Proverbs chapter 5, verses 15 to 23, with commentary following. Drink waters out of your own cistern, and running waters out of your own well. Let your fountains be dispersed abroad, and rivers of water in the streets. Let them be only your own, and not strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice with the woman of your youth. Let her be as the loving hind and pleasant roe. Let her breasts satisfy you at all times, and be you ravished always with her love. And why will you, my son, be ravished with a strange woman, and embrace the bosom of a stranger? For the ways of man are before the eyes of Yahuah, and he ponders all his goings. His own iniquities shall take the wicked himself, and he shall be held with the cords of his sins. He shall die without instruction, and in the greatness of his folly shall he go astray. In these verses, the focus shifts from warning against unfaithfulness to encouraging faithfulness and joy within marriage. The imagery of drinking water from one's own cistern and flowing waters from one's own well symbolizes finding satisfaction and contentment within the covenant relationship Yahuah has provided. My partner and I matched up on an app. She swiped right on my bio, then met me in person at the coffee shop. I spilled my drink, she laughed, and I gracefully fell into commitment. Somehow she upgraded me from mildly plausible to actually nice. We made a good team, especially when assembling IKEA furniture. One of us reads the instructions, while the other confidently invents new parts. We also have a lot in common, like falling asleep binge-watching Squid Game, waking up confused, and arguing over who's more emotionally invested in player 456's mission. Of course, we still have the occasional disagreement, which way the toilet roll should face, who left the lights on, or who turned the thermostat up. One side runs a sauna, the other lives in an igloo. And leaving dishes in the sink becomes a full forensic investigation by bedtime. Thankfully, believers are reminded that under the covering of marriage, Elohiym protects and strengthens the home, even through life's little battles. Rather than seeking fulfillment in forbidden places, believers are called to rejoice in the companion of their youth and to value the blessings of commitment, purity, and loyalty. This passage reveals that the design of Yahuah for relationships is not restrictive, but life-giving and protective. The passage concludes with a reminder that the ways of every person are before the eyes of Yahuah, and nothing is hidden from him. Sin eventually snares the one who walks in it, leading to destruction through lack of discipline and wisdom. Remember, Yahuah sees everything, even when you open the fridge every 10 minutes, hoping new snacks have appeared through divine intervention. He sees you hiding in another aisle at the supermarket after spotting someone you vaguely know but don't have the emotional energy to greet, or pretending to understand wine by nodding thoughtfully and saying things like, "Yes, very round," while reading the label to avoid eye contact with the salesperson. He also sees you acting like you understand self-checkout while loudly scanning the same onion 6 times like it's a hostage negotiation before speed walking through the car park, convinced everyone thinks you're suspicious. And that moment at work when you typed a long emotional text rant about your boss and accidentally sent it to your boss, then followed up with lol, like nothing happened, before angrily accusing autocorrect for personal betrayal. He even sees you nodding confidently during important conversations, despite understanding roughly 12% of what was said, then immediately forgetting your own password the second someone watches you type it. If this sounds like you, consider repenting. For believers today, these verses emphasize the importance of self-control, faithfulness, and living with an awareness that Elohiym sees both outward actions and inward motives. By remaining grounded in his wisdom and walking in integrity, believers are protected from destructive paths and are able to experience the peace and stability that come from honoring Yahuah's ways. Thank you for listening. This has been Enlightened, rehearsing our excuses in the mirror. As always, we praise Yahuah.